Hello, this will be a completely new video for me. I haven't used my voice at all for any of the videos besides live streams, so I'm sorry if this is really bad audio or just random stuff happens. It also might cut a lot because I have stuttered throughout the video, so I'm sorry. Anyways, hope you enjoy the long video. I've been dealing with a day or two making this, and it's just gonna be facts about all the characters, their pros and cons, and it can be my opinion. I don't expect anyone to agree, and you can put them in the comments of what you think, but anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe, it helps out a lot. Please join my Discord. We have a lot of members that are willing to play Outcome Memories, so you can actually have an actual EXE in your game. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. So I'm a pro at Outcome Memories, right? So I went out and decided to make a pros and cons about every character in Outcome Memories, even EXE. So let's get started with our hero. Honestly, Sonic's a fun character. He can run around really quickly and pick up teammates. He can really just save everyone, besides Eggman and Metal, but whatever. But now let's get on to the pros of using him. Sonic's pros is that he can pick up survivors like Tails, Amy, Knuckles. He also has a 50 dodge meter that acts as health. It can also go down to 10% and still work. I'm also pretty sure he can body bug with it too. He's also the fastest survivor in speed, obviously. He can save other survivors and peel out there in a chase, like if Amy's getting chased, you can use Sonic's peel out and just take the EXE's victim away. And his spin dash is good for distance even if you do miss it. Like, let's say you hit him once but then you can't hit him again, so you just turn the other way and run away. You get a good amount of distance from it. He also has synergy with other stunners like Tails for a drive-by and dropping off Amy and Knuckles near the EXE to stun him. You can also make spin dash unpredictable if you jump and then use it to avoid a bounce. He also gets iframes in it, so that's good. He is also one of the few survivors that can extend stun, and he can use peel out if the EXE uses trickery to gain a bunch of distance. So yeah, Sonic's a really good character. He has good synergy, stunning, and he's really good at being support. But now let's move on to the cons of him. So with these cons, it feels like he's nearly the worst survivor, but hear me out real quick. So first, he can't pick up Eggman or Metal with peel out. Also, if the EXE uses visibility or God's trickery on Sonic's drop dash or just straight up dodges it, you don't get any extra HP from it. And do I even need to explain this one? 15% more damage dealt to you in LMS do. And by the way, if the EXE wants to, he can just drain your dodge bar by using charge and moving at you to just completely drain it. Unless you have drop dash for iframes. Also, drop dash can be easy to avoid against a good EXE. Sonic is meant to be played as a hero, so his playstyle takes a bit of sacrifice if you want to play like that. You can also fall off and not perfect using peel out if you're not paying attention, like the ledges and bumpers. You can also get stuck on walls sometimes using peel out. Oh yeah, fun fact. Some people don't notice, but your hitbox actually gets bigger when using peel out. Yeah, surprising. Carried survivors also get hit. And it takes a while for peel out to come out since it takes a charge up, and so use that when he's actively not chasing you. Also, I feel like the EXE's moveset just counters Sonic's so much, dude. Don't get me wrong, I still like him as a survivor. He's still pretty fun to play. It's just that he doesn't strive as well alone as the others do. But he still does pretty well in a group. Anyways, on to Tails. I won't lie, I like using Tails. He has many pros and cons, but honestly he's a pretty good character. I like using him. Being a sniper from across the map, oh, you got me signed up, bro. Anyways, let's move on to the pros and cons I have about him. Tails' pros are pretty good. He's a long-range stunner and he can push back the EXE with his cannon blast. How much more could he ask for, man? He also has the best vertical movement in the game right now. Like, holy dude. He can get to places quicker or places not everyone can reach, like the pillars and you can't run. His passive also detects the EXE for him if he uses visibility, like next to Tails, or he's just moving through him. His cannon shot has a 1.5 seconds lined up in LMS, so he's decent for it. It can literally cancel the charge of the EXE if done right. He has the upper hand in big maps since he just sniped the EXE from far away, dude. Like, I swear, it's like across the map. And you can also help out Metal Sonic if Eggman isn't near to heal him. You can also do a drive-by on EXE with Sonic's pillow, and I find it personally fun to do a lot. He can also just fly away from the EXE if it's needed, like if he's under him he can just fly up to his teammates or just to a safe spot where the EXE won't see him for a bit. And he can rely on the others to stack stuns, and honestly I am certain he excels on big maps with little to no walls, like not perfect man, like holy. Honestly, I like Tails. He's a really cool character. A long range stunner that can have such a huge stun time is crazy to me. Anyways, onto his cons now though. I will say, Tails' cons are pretty team reliant. Like he's defenseless on his own, he can't really escape chase because even if he does fly, charge just counters glide really badly. He relies on big maps like not perfect, and sometimes he's just targeted anyways. The cannon can take a bit of time to charge up as well, and the EXE can literally just go invisible to counter your cannon shot. He could miss from afar too, it's not common, but it can happen. Also, cancelling your cannon charge up puts on a 15-second cooldown, which can suck if the EXE has timing. He can't really use glide after chewing his cannon for a bit. His glide can be a little bit buggy sometimes. It could just not work or just does something that you don't want it to. It's not common, but it can happen. Though uncommon, he could miss from afar. He also has long cooldowns, and Animal Sense can kind of mess up God's trickery for your vision, so just make sure you know that. I mean, I still find Tails fun to play. Being able to stun the EXE from like across the map, that is so much fun to do sometimes. Anyways, on to the next character. Ooh, let's go gambling! Yay! Well, this character I really like. I main her. Cause her gambling sparks an interest in me. That and she's a fun character to play as, honestly. Anyways, let's get to the pros and cons now. So this is gonna be interesting. Amy is honestly a jack of all trades. She has many diverse playstyles. She can throw her hammer at the EXE, which can be really good just for, you know, gaining distance. Hammer bounce can be very useful, like just for stunning or movement. She can also just walk up to the EXE to stun him and just take no damage, since it's just reliant on if you're near him or not. She has a 3-second base stun, and she can get up to the 5-second stuns using the strength card. Oh yeah, did I mention she has self and group healing? It's really good. She doesn't even stand still while doing it either, like Cream. Honestly, in my opinion, she's really good for any map because of her hammer bounce. She's just a really good movement option and a decent stun. Now let's move on to her cards. The world card is pretty good. It gives you info on everyone, like survivors and the EXE. It can be really good just for knowing where everyone is and where to not go. In my opinion, the Emperor is the best card for the 15% damage resist and 0.5 extra speed. It's not much, but it's still pretty good. Just have like as a default card. And the full card, it does make you decently fast. Not pretty fast, as I say here, but it's still decently fast. And if you're lucky with the Moon card, it can give you a 1.5 speed boost and a 15% damage resistance. And the Sun card, it just heals you 1 HP every 2 seconds, which is pretty good in my opinion. It's not exactly a strong card, but it's still pretty good for healing others and yourself. Oof. So her main con, I feel like, is just that she's RNG based. She can also get bad cards back to back, and that can allow her to die quickly if she just has really bad cards. The EXE can just counter her abilities just by going invisible, or using God's Trickery. The fact that she can heal is really good, but it's just that she's really slow at it. She could miss her hammer throw because the EXE could just be dodging around, and that just makes it difficult to aim it directly at him. She's pretty reliant on her cards, and it can be good or bad for her. It's not advised to use hammer throw first, because if you do and you miss, you'll basically be defenseless for a few seconds, which can suck and lead into a free hit for the EXE. The full card is really good at making you a little faster, but it just shortens your stun time from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, which can suck sometimes, but it's just a trade-off. The Moon card isn't that great because it does blind you. It's even worse on Not Perfect, like it just becomes a bright light. The Moon card can also give you a negative 1.5 speed reduction and a negative 15% damage resist, which just makes you take more damage, obviously. It's just really bad because you also don't know which ones you have. It doesn't really tell you anything. While the Sun card is good, it does blind teammates in radius that are being healed. All you need to do is move away, but it can be really annoying sometimes. The Strength card is good for stun time, but it just gives 10% more damage directly to you. Some card combos can make her extremely slow, like the World and just Strength card. I believe it reduces your speed by at least like 4 or 5, which is really bad, honestly. This doesn't really change my opinion on how I think of using Amy as a character in Outcome Memories, because she's still really fun. Mostly because of the gambling. But honestly, yeah, I still love using her as a character. She's fun. Anyways, on to the next one. Time for my goat Knuckles the Echidna, bro. Let's see how he works in his pros and cons. So his first pro I really like is that he gains a 64% damage resistance with charging up his punch. So you can take a few hits from the EXE and then just punch him whenever you want. It goes from like 30 HP to 15. It's pretty good. I like it. He's also a close range stunner with a max of 8-second stun time if he uses counter, then punch. He has a glide passive that has no cooldown, and you can just keep moving to all the walls inside of a room. His punch charge up carries over the counter. Like if you have the fire charge, you can just counter and it carries onto that. He basically just counters charge completely, honestly. He's mostly a team defender, so other people can rely on him really well. He also does a leap when punching, so you don't have to deal with like a standstill punch. It takes some time to get used to, but it's still pretty fun. And when you counter in your punch stance, it resets your punch, but not your counter. Also, if you use it in the air, he has a ground slam AoE with his punch. He's also good on open maps with using his glide. It's a pretty good chase extender if you use it right. He has a 5-second base stun with a small amount of wind up. So in my opinion, he's a very solid character. He's pretty fun to see someone use or use yourself. But now let's move on to the cons. He doesn't have much, but a lot of it is mostly skill. He can get counterbaited by EXE, like if the EXE charges at him and he just does a 180 as soon as Knuckles counters, then that's a counterbait. He's pretty punished for missing a punch and his counter, like as soon as they both end, he could just slash at him. And he's countered by EXE just going invisible on his punch ability. It's also really easy to miss, honestly. His AoE ground slam sometimes just doesn't work for me, or he just EXE jumped. It takes some time to learn his abilities and to use it at their full potential. I will say he is honestly not beginner friendly. Glide can be really horrible on maps with almost no walls like Green Hill. It does have walls, but it doesn't have a lot of height. I mean, I still like Knuckles. He's a pretty solid character. But enough about that. Let's go on to the funny man. God, I sounded so bad saying. Metal players are so goated, bro. I swear. I'll just show you what I mean by moving on to pros and cons. I really like using metal. So his first pro that I really like is the 175 starting HP and the 50% damage resistance passive. It's really, really good. And proximity warning passive, it just alerts you if the EXE is near you. Like it just goes like beep, 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 beep. And he's the second fastest survivor, which is really good. Especially for someone like him. Because you can charge into the EXE. And if you smash into the EXE and then smash into a wall, it stuns him for like 5 seconds. 5 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but in game it's extraordinary. And even if you don't slam him into a wall, you do push him away and it still will stun him for at least like 3 seconds. Charge is good just for a movement ability as well. He also has a self-heal for like 78 HP. Tails and Eggman can also buff this by being near him, but it can't stack. He also gets a 75% damage resistance in LMS, and his charge does less damage to him, which makes him pretty good for it. Also, as soon as he dies, he gives the EXE a 5-second stun time, which can be good if he's just trying to be a distraction. And honestly, he's a really, really great distraction. I will be honest with you right now. He's like S tier for distracting the EXE, man. But what he makes up for in pros, he lacks in cons. So for his first con, honestly this is a big one. He mostly gets targeted first if there's no cream in Tails. Since, you know, he's pretty annoying, you don't want to keep him alive for that long. Healing does make you sit still, and you only heal by self-repair. You can't get healed by Cream or Amy. Charge can get interrupted, which makes you take true damage, and same with healing as well. And when you charge into the EXE, you take damage, and you also take damage from slamming into a wall with him. It does like 30 HP. And he only has 1 life, so don't expect to live too long. And most of the time, he's just dead halfway through the round for most of my games I've been through. Despite all the cons, metal players will still eradicate the hell out of EXE. Anyways, let's move on to the defenseless rabbit. Cream is essential to most teams, just for, healing. But I'll show you her pros and cons. They're pretty balanced for what she does, honestly. Anyways, let's go. So about Cream. She's pretty good in my opinion. She's the only healer though. But despite the fact that she's the only healer, she's decent at chase, but she does need help. Her pros are that dash is directional in your camera angle, not like where you're looking, just the angle of your camera. Like if you're looking up, you will go up. If you're looking down, you'll go down. In LMS, her heal gets changed to self-heal, and it heals her around 3 to 5 HP. Dash also goes from 15 seconds to 7 in LMS. She also gets 3 dodges in LMS, which aren't much because they don't regenerate. It's just 3 temporary ones until she gets hit. It also counters charge too. And she heals 70 HP with Cheese alive. Cream's heal has a short cooldown. I think it's around like 15 seconds, which is really good honestly, since she's a group healer. And she has Knuckles' glide without dropping, like after a few seconds Knuckles would drop after gliding. She doesn't have that, but she can't go up either. She can only just go down really slowly. And since Cream is small, she can hide behind big rocks or walls. Like not perfect on the bridge, she can hide right next to that and she won't really be seen. It's good for mind games, honestly. You can also cancel heal by just dashing in after the animation, and you heal yourself every time using it, so make sure you know that. It's like 5 to 10 HP. 5 HP if Cheese is dead and 10 HP if Cheese is alive. Dash is good for getting up to high places. It kind of acts like Eggman's double jump, it's just that it's not as direct. Like it doesn't go straight vertical. It goes like a little bit horizontal, but mostly vertical if you can get it right. And you get iframes from charge at the start of her healing. Like when you press the button, she does a little animation, and that's when you can't get grabbed. So it's really good. And dash can increase distance for gliding in the air, and you can also just glide right after using dash. Like you can look up, dash, and then immediately start gliding. It's a good move. It's a good thing to do sometimes. And if you dash into the EXE or the survivors, you get a small speed boost for like 3 seconds. You also push them with dash. So honestly, Cream's a really solid character for her support. She has decent mobility. Her heal heals herself, which is good in case she takes damage. And the fact she can group heal, that just makes everything so much better. But now, let's get on to the cons of this. She has a few skill reliant ones, but there is this one where she is usually targeted first, just so you know. Because most good EXEs would just target Cream until she's gone. Because she can heal everyone, so he kind of has to. Oh yeah, as I said before, if Cheese dies, Cream only heals 35 HP over like 8 seconds, which isn't that great honestly. As I said earlier as well, dash is reliant on where Cream is facing. Like if she's facing to the left but your camera angles is to like forward, she'll just go to the left. Yes, I know I said dash can be decent, but honestly it doesn't really go that far if you're like trying to go horizontal. And since she's small, her jump is like shorter, which I know you say it's like doesn't really matter, but it kind of does matter sometimes, because other characters can make this jump while Cream just can't make it there at all. And when you heal, you're stuck in one place, you can't move or anything. She's not beginner friendly because of the targeting, so you have to learn how to juke. Oh yeah, and earlier, you can only heal for 5 HP every time you use heal, if it isn't Cream's LMS without Cheese though. Kinda team reliant to not get fully targeted as well, because like your team has to help you if the EXE is chasing you sometimes. It just depends. She also dies first most of the time in rounds. It's very minor, but you take 2 damage when dashing at DXE or Survivor. Not that big of a deal, but it's still there. But yeah, honestly, I respect those cream mains. They're doing what we can't. I really appreciate them, because I do like the character, I just don't like using it that much, unless I need to. You know, like if everyone chose everyone but cream, then I guess I'll use the character. But anyways, let's go to the egg rolled man with the master plan. Oh my god, this is gonna be so cooked. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Egg Goat has any downsides. I will still list them though. But first, he has a double jump. He has the fastest healing speed for metal. He has a jetpack boost and a double jump to get up where Tails can be. Not like on the pillars and why you can't run. Just where Tails can usually be, like on top of cliffs or whatever. He's basically uncatchable if played right. He's a very strong distraction. He's usually never targeted unless he rage baited the hell out of the EXE. The energy shield nullifies charge. Same with jetpack boost if it's used right. He relies on himself a lot more than anyone else. He's the best character, hands down. He is so beginner friendly. He's beginner friendly because you don't have to rely on other people to help you. You could just do everything yourself. The only thing you have to do is just watch out for metal. He has huge loot potential against the EXE. He's even better on open maps and big maps with tall buildings. Also best OST who survived the purge. Anyways, that's all his pros. Now let me show you his cons. These are a lot, by the way, watch out. Alright, so his cons are, he can't crawl, he has a bigger hitbox, and he's weak when both of his moves are on cooldown. But honestly, who isn't weak? But yeah, that's my summary for Eggman. I swear, bro is just the strongest survivor right now. He's beginner friendly. He has so much mobility. All you need to do is just manage cooldowns. That's it. Anyways, I think that's all the characters we need to do, right?
Hey, wait.
What is that?
You forgot to tell them about my pros and cons. Please tell the viewers. I need to get buffed.
Not gonna lie, I kinda forgot about the EXE.
Wow.
Okay, let's do him now.
Oh my god, I finally made it. Mom, look. Mom.
Anyways, I won't lie, playing him is pretty fun, but it's just like, most of the people I play against just feel like they're not there sometimes. He's still pretty fun to play as a killer though, even though he's the only one. I just wish more people played him, but anyways, let me get on to his pros and cons now. So first off, for his pros, you can play him stealthily, you can kill survivors, obviously. You can sneak up on survivors, good jump. He has a good M1 damage, it's like 42, I think. The only killer available to us that makes him fastest out of all the survivors. Charge to catch people if they're far away. Invisibility. And when your rage bar fills up for the first time, you immediately get stunned. Like a Metal Sonic that just stunned you and you're getting stack stunned. You just immediately get stunned as soon as your rage bar is full. And rage mode that doubles your damage. And you can see survivor locations after hitting one other survivor for 3 seconds. You can stop people from entering the ring with rage mode. And you counter Sonic. Counter Sonic ass peak. His pros are pretty good, but I don't know, I have nothing else to say about it, so let's just move on to cons now. His cons are pretty scary. Oh god, he's gonna hate me for this. So his cons is that he can get stunned. Stuns last for a while, like holy, they can go up to like 8 seconds or 10 or even longer probably. People can hear your heartbeat when you're near, and they can also help grab teammates that you use charged on. He can also get bullied by stun stacking, like how I said before, 10 seconds, like holy cow. And here, Metal Sonic's his op. If he ever sees him, he'll just charge into him with no questions asked. And if they have 1 hour playtime at least, they probably know how to dodge God's trickery by now, by, asking and getting help. Tails and Metal can detect if you're near them, like his Tails Animal Sense and Metal's Proximity Sensor. Oh, since in Rage mode, M1s do 50 damage, it's now 2.5 second cooldown. Oh yeah, and a good Eggman can counter you and loop you for literally forever. Also, not a lot of people play him, which sucks. So it's sometimes hard to get an actual round that doesn't have people leaving when they're the EXE. Whew, well that's all the characters. off, and now I wait until the second update. This video took a while, so please consider subscribing if you got to this far, and join my Discord group. I have a lot of people that are willing to play Outcome Memories with, and people that will be the exe most likely. Anyways, I hope you like this video. It's definitely different than any other video I've been making so far. And I just saw myself just drop. I'm trying to make sure that I need to learn how to do this so I'm comfortable with it in the future. I'm not really comfortable with it right now, so my brain has been lagging a lot. Honestly, it took me a while to get some of these done because my brain kept malfunctioning for some reason. Because usually I'm just okay with subtitles. But anyways, I hope you liked it. I'll try to get better at speaking and, you know, all that. But anyways, please subscribe, join the Discord. We're almost at 200 members. Like, holy dude, I didn't expect to get this much. But anyways, have a great day or night.